This is Dr. Matloob Hasan from the Department of Management, Jamia Hamdard. Today we are going to take up a very interesting and a very relevant theme which is part of the Faculty Induction Program Seminar Presentation FIP 24 from Aligarh Muslim University. The theme of discussion today is facing difficult times positively. This is an interesting theme. And one of the greatest poets of all time, Mirza Ghalib, has said in a few words very beautifully, which says, रंज से खुगर हुआ इंसान तो मिट जाता है रंज, मुश्किलें मुझ पर इतनी पड़ी कि आसान हो गई. In literal terms, what it means, as individuals, we are so much accustomed to pain and grief that it becomes easier for us to adjust and bear the suffering and the pain very comfortably. And this is the theme of today. All of us as individuals have faced difficult times in our lives. Just think of an entrepreneur who starts a new enterprise, puts in a lot of money from the investors as well as the family members, and suddenly the circumstances changes and all his money goes down the drain. That's end of life for him or her. Just think of another top class executive working in a private firm, a multinational firm, and she plans to go for a wedding, her own wedding that she planned herself. And finally, what happens is that she goes for an annual health check and she finds out that she is suffering from certain critical diseases. Again, end of life. Very difficult times for her. So as an individual, we face very difficult times sometimes. So today we are going to discuss the four characters and how these four characters have come out from those difficult times and hardships, and that too very comfortably, not but with persistence and lots of sacrifices. That is the power of positivity. The first character in our story today is about a donkey. The second one is about Malala Yousafzai. All of us know about her. The third character here is Dimple Parmar, the founder of Zen & Co. And the fourth character is Malvika Hegde, the CEO of Cafe Coffee Day. Now begin with story 1. A farmer buys a donkey and that donkey serves the farmer for his entire life. One fine evening, the donkey just fell into a well. Now it cries and wails, cries out to the farmer to pull him out of the well. The farmer, along with his friends, thinks of different ideas to pull him out, but he could not get any sufficient idea. So what he finally decides is that why not put in mud and landfills in the well so that if the donkey dies, there is no stink in the air. Now hearing that, the donkey gets a very big setback. This is the same master that I have served for the entire life. Now the donkey has two options: to come out of the situation or to die silently. The farmer starts putting in the mud on him. Now he takes on the situation very positively. What it does, it actually shake off the mud and come out successfully. Shake off the mud and come out successfully. The farmers put in the mud, it shakes off the mud from its back. The mud gathers below its feet. The ground raises up. Suddenly at certain level, the donkey manages to come out of the well. Now this circumstance was not actually anticipated by the farmer and his friends. The donkey then goes to the wilds, never to return back. The message in the very difficult times and in the very hardest conditions, what we need to do is that we must think very positively to come out of the situation. The second story goes for Malala Yousafzai, who is a very well-known person now because she is a Nobel laureate. Malala Yousafzai, at the age of 15, she was shot point blank on her head by a Taliban person, the hardliners. Why they did it? Because Malala believed in spreading education among the children, among the girls, among the women. The threat of empowerment of women led the Taliban group to shoot her. She was eventually treated for that condition. She came out of the situation and she came out stronger from the situation, and she actually vowed that the message and the power of education must reach more of the women, more of the people, more of the children. That's the kind of positivity that from the jaws of death, she actually came out very strongly, and she is working for the society. She was the youngest person, she is the youngest person to receive the prestigious Nobel Prize at the age of 17 years. That is the kind of success, that is the kind of achievement we should look forward to. The other story goes for Dimple Parmar, who is the founder of Zen Onco. Now, what's her story about? Dimple Parmar met Nitesh Prajapat and IIM alumni. Both of them are IIM alumni, and they decides to marry. Nitesh, in his annual health checkup, he finds out that he is suffering from colorectal cancer, stage 3. That it means he's going to die very soon. Both of them tries hard to come out of the situation. Eventually, they marries. Dimple Parmar knows very well that Nitesh is going to die, but she loves her. She marries him. But Nitesh leaves a message for her to work for the betterment of the cancer patients. So what she actually does is she founded that organization called Zen Onco, which is an online platform which takes on the traditional conventional therapies of cancer treatment with the alternative therapies like homeopathy and yoga. And many people gets benefited out of it. And she has created a platform where many people can get free consultation from that online platform. That is the kind of commitment. The death of Nitesh Prajapat could have ended her life also, could have ended her career also, or she could have opted for a better career as she was an IIM alumni. But she did not opt for it. She chose the toughest path and she overcame it. That is the power of positivity. The fourth character in our story is Malvika Hegde, who is a widow of G.V. Siddharth, the founder of Cafe Coffee Day. G.V. Siddharth, once upon a time, he was the architect of actually retail coffee in India. He built an empire of more than 2,000 Cafe Coffee Days across India. It took lots of loan from the banks and other financial institutions. He could not pay it on time. The banks and other financial institutions were after him. Finally, he decides to take his life and he commits suicide. Now, his wife, Malvika Hegde, is completely distraught. She is in grief, she is in pain. But she decides to fight back. She takes the reign of Cafe Coffee Day, and within 3 to 4 years, the debt of 7,000 crore Indian rupees was reduced to less than 500 crores. Such is the power of positivity, and she did it. So what we'll get from today's lesson is that the concluding part, life is unfair, life is unpredictable, anything can happen to any of us anytime. But in those moments of crisis, what we actually need to do is that we must realize the importance of that problem. We must not avoid it. We must accept the facts. 1. 2. We must have a plan. We must work out on overcoming this problem. This is Dr. Matloob Hasan, and thanks for viewing this particular program and this particular theme. Thanks.